Hashtag SoFrugal23. I have made a jumpsuit. I am back with my So Frugal 23 reveal. If you are a subscriber or if you're not, welcome back. And yeah, I'm here to tell you what I have made for the So Frugal challenge. So I really did want to get more done than other than one thing made, but it just wasn't enough time. I couldn't get any time to do this as it was. So I've really struggled. I literally finished this today, which is Thursday, the 30th of March. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a challenge this month. I've just had so much going on, work-wise, etc. So I am going to talk today about what I have made, as you can probably see, and all the challenges I had making this, but also the lovely joys of wearing it now and it being finished. So as you can see, I made the Phoebe jumpsuit from Pattern Union, and I love this pattern. I say this about all my patterns. I love this pattern, but I really do love this pattern. I'm so pleased that I actually made this now. As you can see, I'm wearing it with the knot at the top, and then just around the back, you thread it through those little bits at the back. You make little channels to put that through, and I'm wearing it like this, but you can do this multitude of ways. And I thought when I made this that there were different ways you had to make it to create those different styles, but you don't. It's literally, you make it one way and then you can just do the different neck things if you want with it. Now there is obviously two different waists you can have. You can have a high waist or the low waist. You can have the tie or without the tie. I think that was the only differences with the waist, but this top half here, there's just so many ways you can wear it. So I probably will have another go at doing different ways when I've got more time. But for now, I'm just wearing it like this because I really like anything that's halter neck. I think is nice and flattering anyway. But yeah, so I think you can have the tie on the side. You can have, yeah, loads of different ways of wearing this. I haven't actually looked at it properly to try and work it out. It is a little bit difficult to get in and out of. So you do have to make sure that you get a good elastic in that waist. But also what I've been doing is when I'm undoing this at the top, so I don't have to thread it through those channels again, I'm just creating a little knot here at the bottom so I can get it off, and then I don't lose my ties through the channel and then having to re-channel them through again with my bodkin. So, but yeah, it is a little bit confusing to try and get this on and off. I've had a few moments of being a bit tangled up in it, but that might be just me, it might not be anyone else. But yeah, so I will start to tell you all a little bit more about this pattern. Yes, so this took me a little while to get done. I really didn't have much enthusiasm to get anything made, to be honest, for March. I didn't really feel like sewing, so I really had to force myself. But then once I started to sew this, I did actually really enjoy sewing it. Now, to begin with, I will tell you that this pattern is so easy to put together. I imagined it to be much harder than what it was, and I was just imagining that it to be quite confusing, but it's not at all. So simple to sew. Yeah, I had this printed out already, so it was probably a giveaway in my So Frugal vlog that I was going to do this one because it's already printed. And yeah, I really wasn't feeling like sewing anything. So I traced off the pattern and let's just say I did the tracing off a little bit wrong. So I cut out my pieces, came to putting the top together, and when I got the top together, I thought, yeah, it looks looking really nice. I thought it was really good. And then I'd gone to work, and then I think I was on the way home, walking home, thinking, there's just something not right about that top. What is it? I can't work out. It's not right. And then it kind of just suddenly came to me. It just suddenly came to me in a light bulb moment that I hadn't done the ties correctly. So these long ties that you get at the back should be nice and long like this, and mine were not. Mine were little stumpy things. So I looked at it again and realised that I hadn't stuck the pieces that were meant to be stuck together. So when you have the A0 printed of this pattern, the top has a little bit of section of this, but then the rest of it is on a separate piece of paper, and you have to actually put those two together, and I didn't do that. And I think I really realised I did need to do that, but I didn't actually I didn't do it. And so therefore I cut this out with stumpy ties. Now I did think, I've got a little tiny bit of fabric left. I could probably cut out those extra pieces, and bizarrely I did actually find those extra pieces. I'd already cut them out. And I thought, okay, so I could actually just stitch those together. But the way that this is put together, the ties are not enclosed or faced in any way. So you will see you get a raw edge and then the patterned edge. So this is just overlocked and turned over. So I thought that's going to look quite messy. I'm not sure that's going to look that great. So anyway, I looked at the bits of fabric that I got left, which was not much of. I had enough to cut the top out on the cross grain. And it does say in the pattern instructions you can cut this out in any way direction you want to do it, really, essentially, just as long as you get those the grain line in line with either selvage or the cut edge or on the bias. You can do it any way you want. So I'll show you the first attempt of this. Oh, I also shortened the bodice because I thought it looked really super long. So I shortened the bodice and made a hash of cutting out the top. So this was the front that I cut out, and you'll see that it's much shorter because I shortened it. And these are my ties. Not very long at all. So to get them to thread through the back, I had the tiniest little bit of fabric to tie. I could have probably tried to get away with it, but it was more to do with the fact that I'd shortened it as well. And it was literally just too high, essentially. So I managed to cut it out again, but on the cross grain, like I said, and I just had enough. I just had enough. The gods were smiling on me because I was devastated, and I just thought, I can't believe I've messed up this already. And you know, the fabric I loved, and it was coming together so beautifully. And so yeah, but I did manage to cut it out, and I re-lengthened the bodice back to its original length. So now it is at its original length, and obviously I've got my ties the length that they are supposed to be. And so yeah, what else did I do for this? Nothing else adjustment wise apart from the legs. I took off a good 4 3/4 inches off the legs. I'd already cut them down by 2 inches for the pattern, and then when it came to actually putting them on, there were again another 4 inches needs to come off. Actually no, 2 inches needs to come off, 2 and a bit needs to come off. So yeah, I absolutely love this pattern. I love it, and I'm going to make another one. It feels amazing. The fabric I used, I've got no idea what it is, but it's absolutely beautiful, and it's probably one of the nicest fabrics that I've worked with. It's sewed so beautifully. It ironed like a dream. I had no issues whatsoever with sewing or unpicking or anything. The fabric was just so amazing to work with. It is buttery soft. It drapes beautifully. It doesn't have, I mean, I don't know what fabric it is, but it doesn't have a synthetic feel. It doesn't have staticky feeling. You know when you get some polyesters, they kind of are like a bit static and a bit sort of, you know, weird feeling. Kind of almost feel like you're on a plastic bag. This does not have this feeling at all. It's so breathable and light. I cannot wait for the summer to wear this, and on holiday it will be brilliant. So I think I made the size 8 on the top, and then I graded to a 10 from the chest down. Yeah, is that the sizes I did? I think so. I will double check, and if not, I'll put them along the bottom. But yeah, so putting this together is so simple and so easy. I recommend you doing it. It's just an amazing pattern. The only things that I think maybe are wrong is that the crotch is slightly longer than what I would like. I didn't touch it because I didn't really want to mess with it too much, and thought I can probably get away with it being a little bit baggy because of the style of it, and this fabric is so drapey you can't really tell. So I'll stand back and let you see this. I hope you can see it all, because it is just amazing. And I will add pictures as well. I'll put them inserted, and I'll probably put them at the end as well, so you can get a good view. And I'll also have them on Instagram for everyone to see on the hashtag SoFrugal23. And yeah, I've enjoyed this so much making these, although it was a bit of a nightmare with my mistakes that I made, but you know, oh, it's not a day in my life without making a hash of something. So I will stand back and let you see. Okay, so I hope you can see this. I've got all my steps so you can just see a little bit more of it. This is the whole thing with the nice long legs, and you will probably see that that crotch is just a tad too low, but yeah, it's fine. I think I can get away with it. And at the back, I'll just do another twirl, and you'll see how it sort of comes in as almost a halter neck style. And you can have this going in many ways, and you can change this up to any way you want, which I think is amazing. I've chosen the high-waisted version just because I preferred this version with the tie. This was really simple to put together. I was really surprised how simple that was. Yeah, it's just so easy when you do it. It's just so easy to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's the way I've chosen to have it, is to have the tie at the top going through the tops of the back here. But if you look on the website, you see there's many ways you can have this. So yeah, I love it. It doesn't have pockets, so I do wish it had pockets, but I suppose I can live without not having pockets. But I love it so much. And the elastic in here is meant to be 1.5 inches, and I hadn't got any. I did order some from Amazon, but it didn't arrive in time, so I've used an elastic which is 1.25 inches, so slightly off. But I don't think it really makes much difference. I probably could have cut the elastic maybe a little bit smaller, but I don't mind it being a little bit looser, because if it's worn in a hot day or hot weather, I don't like it too tight. So yeah, there you go. So yes, I absolutely love this. I absolutely love it. I'm so pleased I made it. I've been wanting to make this pattern for such a long time, so I'm so pleased that this So Frugal challenge has forced me to make it, and also to use this fabric up, because I didn't really know what to use. I didn't know how to use this fabric or what to make. Yeah, but I knew it had to be something that was summery, but I wasn't sure as to what. But I am so happy with this pattern, and the garment itself. I just love it. So I'm really pleased. I am disappointed that I didn't get more than one thing, because I know that probably there's quite a few people that have maybe made more than one. But yeah, just work-wise, everything was going on in my life right now. It's just, I couldn't get any time to do it. So yeah, I really hope that you have enjoyed seeing what I made for the hashtag SoFrugal23, and do head over to Instagram to have a look at what everybody else has made. And if you made something, good luck in the competition. And also a massive thank you to Rowan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl and Sam Frugalissima for putting this together and thinking of the genius idea in the first place, and also just, you know, keeping this going and inspiring all of us to have a look in our stash, see what we've got that can be used, that's perhaps been there for years and years and years. And I'm definitely grateful, because I've managed to use this fabric up. And yes, I want to say a huge thank you as well to everybody who has subscribed recently, and I'm assuming it's from just seeing the So Frugal vlog that I did with all the pattern ideas. Thanks so much, and also for the lovely comments that I've received. So yeah, I really hope you all had a great time doing this challenge, and I'll probably see you again very soon. Take care everybody, and as always, sending you loads of love. Bye.